There is part of me that hopes this episode is kind of like a Hilo and Starbuck road trip comedy drama. I'm sure that won't happen, but either way, it's Battlestar Galactica Day. Welcome to the channel. Today we're watching an episode of Battlestar Galactica called The Ties That Bind. There was a part of me that was hoping it is a pun referencing Colonel Ty. Probably not. But yeah, all the storylines that are currently in progress this season are phenomenal. And I'm really hoping that I'd love to see forward motion on all of them. Maybe especially the Cylons and everything that happened last week. But like, really, the thing I really must see this week is some follow-up on Hilo and Starbuck and their journey and their quest. If we don't, I'll be a little bummed, but I know that storyline will be picked up on at some point, if not today, so hey, let's watch this episode of Battlestar Galactica right now. Oh, we're starting right up with the Cylons. Perfect.
The Sixers have lost their minds. They have no idea of the threat that they've unleashed.
So much for my swing vote.
Now teach me not to trust in democracy.
Oh, no. Oh, Boomer. Look, Boomer can love whoever she wants, okay? I just had hoped Boomer was maybe going to follow the same path as Cher, and if there was something in the eights that drove them. Clearly not. Okay.
Can you just tell someone to fill in for you? What you really
Who, Callie? Who's gonna fill in for me?
I don't know. Anyone can fracking turn a wrench down there.
I'm the chief of the frack.
Oh, Callie. It's like tough being a new mom under ordinary circumstances. Again, we talked about this last time. We had a storyline that focused on them. But like, this is crazy. I feel for her. I mean, when they found out they were having a kid, they left and settled on New Caprica. This wasn't a part of the plan. Joe's bar.
I used to know who I was. Galen Tyrrell.
And it just now dawned on me that, like, well, yeah, okay, this is a problem all on its own. Her husband's a Cylon.
I don't even know what I am.
Are you and Callie getting along?
Uh-oh.
Never really liked Ambrosia before. It's like I'm being flooded with new sensations, new feelings. Maybe you are too.
Oh, man.
In some ways, I don't hate this.
I don't do well with change.
I'm like rooting for Tyrell to stay Tyrell, you know?
Callie, come here. Come here. Just give her some room. Come here. Just listen to me for a second. Where are you going? Callie?
Tori doesn't give a crap. I mean, of all of the... It's interesting, too. Of the four that we now know are Cylons, Tori's the one we know the least, and she's the one who's becoming most unhinged. Like, she's kind of lost her fracking mind. Which, I mean, that's a good choice, because I don't really care what happens to her, but I do care a lot about what happens to Tyrell and Colonel Ty. And to a slightly lesser extent, Anders, but I really like Anders, and I'm rooting for him, too. Maybe I shouldn't be, I don't know, but I can't help it. He's a good egg. Not that I think Cylons are hatched in eggs. I don't know why I said good egg, but I did. I can't change what I said. I can't undo or take it back. It's fine. Admiral Adama?
Bullets by Nick Taylor.
He's gonna read to her?
It started
Cute.
like it always did.
It's a nice moment.
I am honored to accept this appointment to the quorum.
Does this mean you don't have any hard feelings about his role in the Baltar trial?
Thank you.
Good question, actually.
I fully trust he will continue to bring the same passion and clear-mindedness in representing his constituents.
Also, I think as a people, we should be grateful she's willing to place someone on the quorum who doesn't necessarily just agree with her automatically at every turn.
What about the rumor Kara Thrace was put in charge of that mission?
I don't comment on rumors.
Black Ops, Black Ops. Good answer, though.
I'm going to be covering for you for a long time on this.
I wanted to give Kara a chance. I wanted to give myself a chance to believe in her.
Day 22. Wow. How long is it going to take them to find Earth, I wonder? I would have thought 22 days, they'd be near close.
You wanted to see me, sir?
I've made a decision.
Anyone want to remind me what we're supposed to be looking for?
Can you get the commander's memo?
Okay, it's definitely more than just Hilo and Starbuck. This is a great crew. Oh, I'm so happy they're all together.
Gotta admit, it's starting to feel like we're flying around in circles.
Reversing course, returning to Sector 7.
That is a 10th course correction. Did you give a reason this time?
Let's just say I think she's steering with her gut.
We know she's steering with her gut. Well, maybe not everybody knows.
Anything else you can tell us about it? Any new data? Anything at all?
You know everything you need to know, Ensign. So stow the questions and do your job.
Wow. So cold. Are they still married? I mean, marriage is till death do us part. If one of them died and is resurrected, does that dissolve the...
And I'm telling you again right now, I am not having an affair. I went out for a drink. I know how it looks, but it's completely innocent. There's nothing to it.
I mean, the way she was touching you, you can't just ignore that and say that was nothing. He didn't reciprocate. He didn't pull away either.
What's to be done to stop all this and let us get back together?
You can agree to unbox the Deannas.
Resurrect her entire line.
That'd be awesome.
It's time to restore our greater unity. To unite the 12 models once and for all. Escort him off the ship. Please.
Aw, that was nice.
You're going to find you opened a bigger can of worms than you realize.
You know what? Sometimes you got to open up the worm can just to see what comes out. It might be a different kind of worm than you expected.
I heard you tried to see her.
They told me she wasn't in.
She was, just not for you.
Yep.
By standing up for Baltar, you crossed the line with her. And Laura Roslin is not the type to forgive and forget.
I'm intrigued. Why did you nominate me in the first place?
Because you did stand up for Baltar. And you put Roslin on the stand to do it. It's amazing the things you start to notice when you're on the sidelines. How every decision that Laura and her father make gets stamped classified. She won't even allow records to be kept of any of her meetings. Secrecy and control.
That's pretty scary. His first day, Tom Zarek gives him a classified document. Oh boy. I wonder what it says. I'm sure we'll find out later.
Fatigue and antidepressants can make a hell of a paranoia cocktail.
I felt like I needed to take something to keep from going completely crazy.
Just get some sleep and clear your head.
So sad.
Will do, Doc.
I don't know what the correct course for her is, but I know I want her situation to change. I'd like it to change today in this episode, but it probably is a long-term problem. Like, there's not an easy solution for this, other than maybe just leaving. But I don't expect her to do that.
You want to know what the deal is with us, with our marriage? It didn't make much sense to begin with. Makes even less now.
I don't think you believe a single fracking word you're saying.
I only married you because it was safe and it was easy, Sam. And you were just pathetic enough to go along with it. Get out! Come on! Get out! I don't want to fight, Sam.
Well,
I want to frack.
okay. Interesting relationship they have.
It's like everything seems so far away. Like I'm watching myself and I'm not really experiencing it. Not.
Yeah, there's something odd here, obviously.
Does that seem crazy to you?
His eyes say yes. We didn't hear his response. He probably said no.
Our compatriots now seem to agree that it was wrong to box the Deannas. The Three's core consciousness is being downloaded at our central resurrection hub.
Hooray! And she's seen all 5?
Would you rather that we just simply accept this obvious attempt at disinformation?
I don't control the media, Jacob, as much as you know I'd love to. Regarding the reports, I cannot believe that the Demetrius is the only matter that is important to your constituents.
Well, it's important to the whole human race. And we're not that many.
Would it not be fair to say that you and Admiral Adama are naturally exploring all possible routes to Earth?
I personally don't feel the need to have a junior delegate appoint himself my spokesman.
Ugh, Rosalind is infuriating right now. I mean, the fake smile she had a few minutes ago, the way she responded to Lee.
This relates to your Executive Order 112, which establishes a system of tribunals. The judges chosen by you. Effectively, it creates a justice system that further and dangerously concentrates power into the hands of the executive, namely into your hands. It would actually damage the very idea of justice.
The order you're referring to, Executive Order 112, is actually a work in progress. Naturally, I was going to bring it to the quorum to open it up for debate once it was finished, which it isn't. I propose that we put it on the docket for the next full session.
When this show started, I never would have predicted we'd reach a point where Lee and Rosalind were at opposite ends of a budding rivalry. Ooh, look at all of them.
Caval's spaceships are breaking formation, taking positions around our periphery.
They're going to attack.
The Cylon Civil War is real.
No resurrection ship. They're really trying to kill us.
Wow, this is cool. If the Cylons kill themselves, does that mean the human race is off the hook?
They started it.
But we're killing them.
They can trust their God to watch over their immortal souls.
What about ours?
We're machines, dear, remember. We don't have souls.
Okay, she is imagining some of this after all, but I don't think she was imagining Tori placing her hand there. Well, what do we got there? Weapons locker. Paranoia? That can't be what that's about. Well, it is about a secret meeting, but it's not the type of rendezvous you're thinking, Callie. Unless she thinks Colonel Ty, Tyrell, and Tori are having a threesome. Which, I guess that could be what happens. Probably not, though. Ooh, what if she's the first one to find out about the Cylons? Oh, yes. Oh, I hope that's what happens. I just want someone to find out. This is so cool. So it's such a good storyline.
Last thing we need is for your Cylon-hating wife to find out there's a bunch of skin jobs running around this ship and that her husband is one of them.
Here's the thing, though. She might think that she's paranoia, or Coddle or Tyrell will convince her she's crazy. This is an interesting and pretty engaging storyline that just elevated the tension to a maximum. Run, friend. Just run. And Tori's gonna be the one that sees the panel missing, because she's the one who has to investigate, because she's the one we're least rooting for. At least I am. So if there's any of the four that have to do something that might be evil, it's gonna be Tori right now. Well, she doesn't know about Anders.
Yeah, fine.
I love all the flashes throughout their relationship.
Actually, thought I was coming down with something, so I slept in.
I love that he's like blurry and distorted.
You're important. Nikki's important.
Is Nikki as important as Hera being half Cylon, or?
I want a baby. What do you think? Want a baby?
Like, you can't just absolve her concerns by saying, let's have another kid. Especially now. Oh, yeah. Go, boy. Is her aim to kill? Or just knock unconscious and arrest him something? Or just to get your baby away from him? I understand her actions and I support them. But at the same time, like, is Tyrell dangerous? I don't know what to think. I don't think anyone's going to believe her when she says Tyrell, Ty, and Tori are Cylons, which is simultaneously in a shame and a plot line that I am really enjoying. Also, he beat her up one time. Where is she going? So he can't say anything to the fact that she beat him up. Where is she going? Is she... What is... Oh, Callie. I know she is not about to take her and her baby and go out through the airlock. Right? No. Tyrell's gonna stop this. The key...
Callie.
Oh, Tori!
How could you? We don't even know what we are.
We were all very confused, even them. If you're gonna go, at least take one of them with you, I guess.
There's a spare body waiting for you.
I don't know that there is.
Tucker, use me!
He didn't know. None of us did.
We didn't find out until we entered that nebula.
I'm triggered!
We're still the same people.
No, Tori, you've been weird since, okay? Maybe she was always weird. We didn't know her that well.
I do know that we're not evil.
It's all confusing.
Scared
and complicated.
Confused as you are.
I can't live like this.
He's your son.
What have I done? I'm so sorry.
Tori handled that really well. Oh! Well, I take it back. I take back my compliment. Tori sucks. Don't do it. Don't. No, 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 no. I believe in my heart this is gonna happen, and I am so sad. Everyone's gonna think she killed herself. Yeah, just in the episode. No words need to be spoken. I hope that we will talk about that in the next episode in some capacity, but no words need to be spoken. That was a roller coaster of twists and turns and really, really strong episode. Wow. This season is a ride. You just don't know what's going to happen. I mean, the show's always had a somewhat air of unpredictability, like anyone could die at any moment, at least to an extent. There's always been a kind of expectation that our main characters are probably safe, and that still sort of holds true, despite the fact that Starbuck was killed at one point, but she's back now, so it's all good. And Callie has been around since the beginning of the show. She's never been a main character, although I've always paid attention to her. She's certainly been more significant than other characters, and she has a pivotal role. I wouldn't have thought Tyrell's wife was going to be killed, but wow, like, she was going through it. You could tell she was depressed. You could tell she wasn't okay. Her marriage was struggling and falling apart. She had somewhat valid reason to think her husband might have been stepping out on her, although he wasn't. He's just very, very confused right now, and Tori's not a good person. And I think Tori would have gladly accepted Tyrell into her bed, but I don't think Tyrell would have gone, at least not at this time. And then she made the discovery of a lifetime. And she didn't handle it well. She was going to... I think she would have taken her and her baby out of the airlock. Or maybe it was darker than that. Maybe she was just going to send her half-Cylon baby out the airlock. I don't know. Whatever she was about to do, it was going to be devastating all on its own. But then Tori found her and talked her down, gave a great speech about how we don't know what we are. We're still good people. And I'm hoping that might still be true for Tyrell, Ty, and Anders. I don't think that's true for Tori. She's unhinged a little bit. Even when they were, like, discovering they were Cylons, her path of discovery felt darker and more sinister than the others. I don't know why. That's how I feel right now. And then she killed Callie. I have to assume that Tyrell thinks she killed herself, and that makes me very deeply sad. Starbuck and a whole crew. It's not just her and Hilo. A whole crew are out there. I guess that makes sense because that's a fairly decent sized ship. And so I like that there's a whole crew out there on this mission. I enjoyed that part of the episode. They're on their way. Starbuck's floundering a little bit. She's having a very difficult time. And I don't know really what's going on or where that's going as far as, like, her as a person. But I'm intrigued. I can't wait to find out. I also really enjoyed the political side of this episode with Rosalind and Lee. Again, I never would have thought they would be rivals on the opposite end of the political spectrum, kind of a little bit. I mean, Rosalind's, she scares me a bit, and that is just what it is. I'm curious to see where this is going. The path of the new judicial system that Lee revealed, the classified documents, she covered really well by indicating or implying that, well, that wasn't a finalized thing. Of course, we would have talked about it here, but, like, is that true? Is she just that good a liar and that good at deception? Because obviously she seemed to be wanting to create a justice system that is, well, what happened to Gaius couldn't happen to ever again, where she's pretty much in complete control. The fact that a legislation like that would exist in any form that eliminates the checks and balances of the judicial system, that is terrifying. Yes, we're living in terrifying times, right? On the run from the Cylons, barely surviving as a human race, knowing we could be extinct at any time. Like, yeah, sometimes people are going to take actions that seem questionable or uncertain, but like rigging the judicial system does not seem like that is one of those where it even makes any type of rational sense, except to Rosalind, apparently. I don't know. What do you think about that? Am I reading into it? Am I right? Am I wrong? Agree with me? Disagree with me? Let me know in the comments. I love hearing your thoughts, especially on the things that are like, that is one area where this show excels most of the time, and I really, really love it. And this, oh man, this is a great season. And I'm really, really happy to be watching it here with you. Thank you for watching. If you want to watch the next 5 episodes, you can do so right now over on Patreon or here or as a YouTube channel member at the early access level. So check that out if you want to. Either way, I will see you in the next one. Bye.